Hey there, I'm Allison. I'm one of the lead pastors at the Vineyard Chester Springs, and I just wanted to invite you to join us at our church on February 2nd and 3rd for an emotionally focused intensive experience. Emotionally Focused is a program that many Vineyard churches across our movement have engaged with for years now, and I think it's one of the best tools that I've seen to help people transform all their relationships with themselves, with other people, and with God. You know, there's a point in all of our lives where we realize that our ability to manage all the stress and anxiety just runs out because our energy goes down and the demands of life keep going up. And you know, you can just realize that this life with Jesus isn't working for me in the way that I want. I'm not becoming a more peaceful, patient, kind person. Maybe even now you're realizing the trajectory of your life is not towards more hope, faith, love, and joy. You're finding yourself stuck in patterns of yelling at your kids, or going down a negative thought pattern spiral. And you know, I've noticed that a lot of us try to throw strategies at these problems and they're aimed at the symptoms, but we're not really able to get underneath what is keeping us stuck. We know cognitively that Jesus is inviting us into this life of freedom and abundance, and the Spirit can help us do this work from the inside out, and yet we're not really accessing the fruit of His Spirit or sensing any true freedom. And I know that how this change can happen feels really abstract sometimes. And so I love that Emotionally Focused brings the transformation into our tangible everyday life. It gives us tools for the journey. You're going to get tools and language to help you observe and then evaluate and then ultimately choose new ways of showing up in the world, new ways of thinking and behaving that are really more in line with the person that you want to be and the person that God ultimately has empowered us to become. And finally, I just think Emotionally Focused invites you to dream about all the good that you could do in the world if you were freed up to not have to manage the stress and anxiety anymore, but to live this life on mission with Jesus. You know, what could you create, do, or be with God if fear and anxiety weren't in the way? That is a question that is really, really compelling to me. And I love coming alongside other people as they engage that question for themselves. So I hope that you will consider joining us here in Chester Springs, February 2 and 3, to just meet up with other like-minded people who can cheer you on in this work. I hope to see you then.